Hey guys, it's KC Gilly. I'm out here at the Secret Garden, and I took a little family field trip to New Mexico for a couple of days, and I came back and plants are growing and the weather is just kicking my butt. Let me show you what I'm talking about. That's the shape my greenhouse is in. I'm getting plenty of air in there. Winds just ruined it. What you see on top there, the only thing that's up there is that frost cloth that I put in the wintertime. So there's no stopping any bugs or critters if they want in here at this point. You're gonna have to figure out something different to fight this weather. It's too dadgum tough for me. But without whining about it too much, I am getting some production out here, and I see a lot of flowers. I'm gonna have to get all this plastic up off of my maters. And I see I got a cucumber bush growing way down here. No telling if I've got cucumbers yet. I hadn't seen them. I got little helpers here. I got spider here, spider there where I can't even walk in here. See if I can make myself a hole, hopefully. All right. Yep, that old cucumber's growed all up in there. Look at it up in the fence and growing outside there. Look way down there. I'm gonna have to cut some plastic. All right, I can't even see some of this stuff anymore. Need tied up, I guess. But spreading out, doing good. Everything's healthy anyway. More spiders, gotta love them. Now, when I left, these squash and zucchini were putting out a bunch, but nothing was getting pollinated, so maybe some bugs have been able to get in here. And I actually have something. But let me tell you something, it looks exactly like it did when I went to leave. There's more zucchini everywhere, and none of them are making. None of them. Look back there in the back at all the little dead ones. They start, and then they rot off at the end because they're not pollinated. See if the yellow squash is doing any good in here. See what I mean? Nothing's making it. There's no reason it shouldn't be taken off if it was getting pollinated. So I'm going to end up having to just tear all these guys out. And looking over here at my Israeli melons, I believe they're Israeli melons. I don't know that I've seen any on it yet. I was hoping maybe something would have started by now, but if the squash and zucchini are not getting pollinated, I'm gonna guess I'm having the same issue here. Oh look, see, that's cucumber. I guess these are all cucumbers. Somebody either give me the wrong seeds or I got them mixed up. Let's see here. That is peculiar. No, it's all cucumbers. So I don't even know what I'm growing. How about that? I don't know, that might be a melon. Maybe I've got a little bit of everything in here and I just don't realize it yet. How peculiar. I know that is definitely cucumber. So, dadgum spiders, let's see. What's going on in here? So I think if I don't get anything pretty quick, then I'm just gonna shut her down in here and go with my tomatoes and what's happening up on that end. You see, I got a mess to clean up just in a couple of days. The wind has been just unbelievable. It's tearing all my stuff up at the house and here. So the Secret Garden, I mean, stuff's growing good, but things aren't looking so well, so I'm not getting a lot of production. Real life and the days we live in. So let's go look over there beside the shop. We'll check it out. Okay guys, there's my fig trees. They're getting big and bushy and I just haven't messed with them. I've been gone, like I said, working on stuff, and they're filling out, looking okay. I had a few seedlings here, and these 2 Tasty Jade cucumbers made it through my absence. I put the water in this morning, they're all dried out. I'm surprised that these guys even made it. But whatever tomato seeds were in there, if any of it popped up while I was gone, it's probably dead. It was too hot out here and not any water. All right, let me see. I gotta cheat real quick. Put a little water over here on my pepper bushes, but my peach tree's doing okay. I need to do some fence work around here. I got a lot of stuff I gotta do. I'm not keeping up as good as I normally would. So let's come back in here and take a peek. All right. So I've left my offering. You can see the cabbage. I'm just letting it get rotten and let everything chew on it. And right here, all these banana peppers, it's filling out now on its own. My little trumpet vine back there, it's on the fence and I keep winding it up through the fence, but what it wants to naturally do is it wants to go down and get a hold to the ground in different spots, kind of like a tomato would, and set some new roots so it can really get crazy. And I'm sure it will. I don't need it growing back up in here, so I'm trying to keep it kind of that way up on the fence because maybe it'll draw something. Now I've got a couple more cucumbers right here and they're doing okay, starting. Got an onion back there. I guess I didn't even harvest. I forgot about that baby, but it seems to be doing okay. Another little cucumber. And these are the birdhouse gourds. You can see, I see one hiding back in there. Pretty good one starting. So, and I'm just use those for decoration. I bought a bunch of different kind of paints and I'm gonna get all my grandbabies and we're gonna paint some really pretty ones. Now I stuck that not expecting anything in the ground a long time ago and didn't do anything until right now. It's starting to kind of do a little something. So there may be hope on that tomato plant. All right, here's my watermelon vines. They've spread out and crawled up into the parsley and went behind it back there. And you can see it coming back on the back side there. That watermelon's gonna be okay. Started spreading out a little bit. And let's see here. Over here, I got one watermelon started anyway. I believe these are the Jubilee melon. But I'm not getting really good pollination on anything. Really peculiar. I hadn't seen any bugs. Not like I normally do. Not even a lot of bad bugs. Just a little tiny bit of them. But it is what it is. There was a marigold in there, but it's gotten smothered. It's dying. And this right here is the Mexican squash. And it is something else, man. That's why I brought it out here away from my home, because you can see they're trying to start there. Because I can't grow this at my house. That thing got 40 foot long last year and just swallowed up everything at my house. But maybe at least I can get some Mexican squash if something will pollinate this stuff. But there's no telling. I don't want to lie to nobody and say I'm going to get a lot of stuff. It's nothing that I'm doing wrong. That I'm positive of. It's just the circumstances. Okay, and I got a couple of little tomato plants here. They're just getting off the ground. There's another marigold. And this is, I want to say the poblano pepper right here, or ancho chili. They're really the same, I believe. They just different stages. And the reason I know it is because of how dark the guy is. All right, and so you can see I need to tie it up. In my absence, it's blown over. And I've got some broke limbs. They may or may not make it if I pick them up. I'm kind of chicken to pick them up. I'm scared I'll finish them off. But my Anaheim peppers, they're doing just fine. Look like I got one or two maybe need to go to the house with me today. Got lots of Anaheim and they're getting heavy. Look at all that in there. All right. My passion vine outside the fence there is fixing to start crawling up and down the fence. Maybe I'll get some passion flowers. I got a little okra coming. And here's my cayennes. You can see I need to I need to harvest a little bit off of it today, but it's doing good. There's 2 more tomatoes. I tell you, I think I've got some stuff mixed up because I thought that these guys were sun gold, but I'm looking at them and I'm positive those are going to be red snapper. So I got something confused. Those I'm not totally sure of yet. They look kind of red snappery, so we'll see. But I got some more okra spread out through the middle, and it's all coming at its pace, and I ain't in no hurry. As you can see, I can't keep up as it is. My original old pepper, man, I had this guy for some years now, and it just keeps going. But I got peppers all over that guy, even though it's not even maybe a foot tall. It's just got peppers all in there. And right before I left, I harvested a bunch of big ones off of it. Y'all see all them peppers. This Serrano was an old one, the same age as this guy. And they just, I don't have the water set up on them right. I have to water them by hose here, see, and I got lazy. And this part's taking the heat during the day. So it's goner, but that is the Mammoth jalapeno. And they're not half the size of my old school. This one's a regular old jalapeno plant from about either 2021 or 2022. I've had it for years. It's doing good. And it's still putting out great. I'm gonna save seeds off of it this year in case this year it pooters out on me. And here I got 2 more tomato bushes. And in this section here, after I pulled that corn out a while back, it's a pretty low spot here and it's a lot of clay. So I had some leftover potting soil and I threw it all out here. And I think all this little green stuff all around it, I think it's Thai basil. So I'm just gonna let it go. It ain't hurting a thing, and it'll actually be really pretty at the end of the season. At least I'll have something out here looking pretty too. But this little garden's slowly coming in now. If I could just get some fruit. If I could just get some fruit. I just got to count on God, because I can't make a bug come over here, and I can't fight whatever somebody's doing that's keeping the bugs away. So that's the secret garden update, guys. I wish I had more for you, but I really need to get busy after my little trip and do some pruning and cleaning up around here and weeding. As far as the greenhouse over there, I tell you the truth, I don't have the money for it right now, but what I'm thinking about doing is running like 1/4-inch hardware cloth or 1/2-inch hardware cloth, something kind of small, down the whole length of it, all the way over the whole greenhouse. And then on top of that, maybe putting shade cloth, because I'm not going to use it in the wintertime. I'm scared I'll have frozen water lines busted out here, and that affects my job, and that ain't cool. So what I'll do is I'll just shut it down. I'll run it during the summer, and then I'll shut it down at wintertime. And I'll be better off for it. And I don't have to pay for that plastic. I bought a piece that was big enough to change out twice, and it cost $400. So that stuff ain't cheap, and I'm not playing that game. I'd rather go all day long with a shade cloth and with some frost cloth, stuff like that. I'd rather use that kind of stuff on it, and I think the shade cloth's the way to go because of the wind. It'll allow it to pass through. If it rains, it rains. There ain't much I can do about it. The whole thing was just a fun experiment anyway. So time's marching on, and I hope y'all are watching what's going on over in the Middle East right now, because I think it has some pretty big consequences for our future. But stay close to God and enjoy your rest of your June, and I'll see y'all in July with an update. Have a good one.